Why's my camera so big?
I don't know. I'm also hearing you twice, so that's interesting. I didn't there. Anywho, howdy.
Okay.
It's your boys, you know. Get out of here. So yeah, we're hoping everyone's having a safe, fun Memorial Day weekend. It just rained here, so I don't know how much fun I'm going to be having. And Andrew sounds like he's about ready to blow away in another tornado.
Hooray!
So yeah, Motegi. How do we feel about Motegi? I was very very pleased and excited with how that turned out.
Motegi was awesome. That was a surprisingly extremely fun track, and thanks to Robert and Outlier for giving us a ARCA setup that was good enough for any sort of strategy you might have had. That setup was perfect for what we had going on, and I thought it made for really, really, really good racing. I don't think we had very many cautions, and if we did have cautions, they were mostly self spins, so it was nothing too crazy, and it turned out to be a really good race. And yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we only had 4 cautions actually. I think that was a very successful race. And that just goes to prove that even doing things that you're not comfortable doing, which we've touched on in the past, you can still do successfully. And all it took was us to get in contact with Outlier and Robert Warrens, and we figured out a good setup for all of us to run, and I couldn't have asked for a better race, to be honest.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like we put in a lot of test laps at Motegi. Just whether it was guys in the league, if it was us 3, we put in a lot of time, a lot of effort just to make it to where this was possible of doing. Like you guys said, it turned out great. I personally really enjoyed the track, even though it was another tough weekend for our team, but still really enjoyed the track. Really enjoyed going there, and strategies that went into it down the end just were phenomenal. Like, I think it made for a great show. And I mean, how about Landon Williams? How did he manage to stretch that last field run? I still don't know, but he made it work. And kudos to him for getting the dub there. And yeah, I'm excited to see when we go back there.
Yeah, he actually ran out of fuel on the way back around, and Eric Copthorne had to push him up to the start finish line for the picture after the race. So, um, kudos to Landon. I I don't know how you did it, but you did something right. So kudos to you. Good job on that. And we will definitely be making a return back to Motegi. Probably within. I'm honestly probably gonna say next season we're probably gonna have that put on the schedule. Because it's just such a wide, fast track. I mean, back on that backstretch, if you got that good exit on two, you're going. And it looked really good on the broadcast too. So I'm really I'm
I
really
don't know how that.
excited. I don't, I was
I
just
don't
gonna
know
let
that.
it go, but no, can't. But yeah, in all seriousness, I'm excited to go back. I'm excited to do other tracks that you're not used to seeing on a NASCAR schedule. So I'm looking
Well,
forward to that.
you kind of mentioned too, like Outlier, Robert Warren's, and I'm getting us set up. You know, having that as a option to go to like makes anything possible. I know we're sticking to kind of strictly, NASCAR tracks, but it makes it possible where if we do want to have like fun events, I know Mexico City's got their oval on their road course. It's something we can play around with if we dive into that in the future. But just it's great to have that option there. So, and
Yeah,
like you mentioned, just making everyone uncomfortable doing things we're uncomfortable with. Well, at the end of the day, it just makes us all better racers. So, kudos to all them guys that put that setup together for us.
exactly. Um, Switching gears here, South Boston. Um, Andrew, you were in that for the majority of it, correct? Or did you make it all the way through?
I don't remember.
You did
I think
forget
I
where we
think
raced on Tuesday, to be fair.
yeah, I don't 100% remember, but I do remember feeling good about the race, and I don't remember it being all that bad. I feel like I'd remember it if it was really bad, so it must have
there
been pretty good.
there were 5 cautions. Um the majority of them came from um the backstretch wall, honestly. That and I want to say the exit of the corners, so the exit of 2 and 4. Um that's also a pretty open track. I mean, you were had a lot of guys side by side for the majority of the race, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Ben Ryan walked away with the win. Um, Also, the first week since we've been here that the 95 car has not been in the top two, at least. So, um, wild, wild there. To be fair, Robert was also racing with one arm. So, you can
Hmm.
only imagine what he could have done if he had both arms.
Yeah, a lot of drama down the stretch of that race too. Like, what was it? Jeff Mills, Ben Ryan got into it there
Yep.
because it looked like it was going to be them two racing it out for the win, and unfortunately, they got tangled up and sent Jeff back to the back. So,
Well, and Jeremy
uh,
Root was also taken out due to an
yeah, yeah.
accident.
Well, yeah, because Jeremy Root, well, he was on the pole. He
He was
kind of
leading at
started
the
off up
time.
there. Yep.
I'm pretty sure he was leading.
Yeah, unfortunate for them guys because they're strong every week. It's just a matter of time before they do get their win. But a lot of high drama there at the end. I believe I mentioned last week like a perfect race. Let's have some lap traffic play a factor and stuff, and it almost did. But any two names, he does his thing. He gets her done and puts her in victory lane.
Yep, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up one Killer Miller. Um, his his dad was in the chat watching the race and graced us with that amazing nickname that is now stuck and will forever be his nickname. He he had a really rough showing in practice, picked it up during the race. I mean, he still had a couple hiccups here and there, but he showed a lot of improvement from practice, and I'm excited to see how he can do in the Thursday series going forward as well. Um, but yeah, like I said earlier, only 5 cautions there. They're really cleaning up all of their stuff on Thursdays too. So we're finding our groove, and I think that's something that we can really look forward to as well. Um, how about
Heck
looking
yeah.
forward? Next week, this week, whatever you want to say. Tuesday we go to Pocono. Um, Personally, a track that I'm not very comfortable at. I already talked to Andrew about helping me out feel a little bit more comfortable at it. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing tomorrow because I have a couple good laps, and then after that I just seem to lose it. So
The rhythm track, it takes a lot of consistency, doing the same thing each and every single turn, which is hard to do in a race when you're racing side by side with people a lot of the times. But once you find your groove, you'll be all right.
it's I mean there's a massive draft on that track, and it's also a wide track, so like you've got a little bit of wiggle room, but you also don't want to take too much of the track because you know when you've got 20 plus cars on the track, you don't know where everyone's going to be at any given moment. So, um,
And these ARCA cars, they can run a lot of different lines, and I like that a lot of the tracks we've been doing lately, you can run multiple lines, and I think this will be one of those tracks where you're going to see a lot of people running the inside, and then as the race goes on, if we're having good green flag runs, we'll see some people getting up towards the outside probably using that momentum. But the draft is going to be huge. You're going to have to take into account, um, how deep you're getting into a turn because of the draft.
yeah, I
I
think.
mean,
Go ahead.
uh, all the former leagues that we were a part of, I've never ran a league race at Pocono. It was always like that race in the season that I would miss. So, me personally, just going into this one, just how the season's gone so far, especially for my team in general, is just looking to finish a race. Just get through a race. Kind of like Andrew said, find a rhythm, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's not called the Tricky Triangle for nothing. It's gonna be a tough track, but it's gonna be another learning experience for I think a lot of the guys, myself included, of just how to run it and become more comfortable with it when we do return here in other vehicles.
Yeah, I I touch on this damn near every week. I just like that we're running this league to help everyone get better. It's not multiple cars on multiple tracks. We're doing one car the entire season. And I've said this before as well. If you're getting good at that one car, you can pretty much race anywhere as long as you can figure out the car. And I personally feel like I've figured out the ARCA car, at least for the good portion of it. Um, so I do feel like I'm going into this race a little bit more um, confident than I would have if we were elsewhere doing multiple cars. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Especially with the long schedule we still have left. Like, if you feel confident in the ARCA car now, wait till September. We going in each and every week. Like, I got this, no problem. So, that's the goal. want everyone to have fun, but we also want everyone to get better at racecraft, and you're starting to see the improvement all over the place.
And I'm also really excited to see the improvement that we have on um, other vehicles as well. Um, that'll be a lot of fun. Uh, Going from the ARCA car into the truck. Uh, I think that's going to be similar because I feel like they do drive a lot similar, but I also think that that's going to be we we might see a little bit of a hiccup for the first couple races, depending on where we're at.
Yeah.
Tyler, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, fellas?
How we doing, bud?
I ain't got my camera going.
um, since you're the man of the hour for the Thursday series, how did you feel about South Boston?
I think it went pretty good. I think the racing was really competitive and everybody kept it really clean.
Yeah, I only had 5 cautions. We've kind of already talked on it, but I mean there were a lot of side by side battles through a lot of that race, so it was, as a broadcaster, it was a lot of fun to watch. And I think you guys on the Thursday night side is really started to find your groove. Um, it was a little rough, but I think you guys definitely found the groove, and you've got a really good group of guys there for Thursday nights that really know how to put on a good show.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't do it without them. But I mean, at the beginning of the season, we got off to a really good start. I mean, New Smyrna, I think we only had a couple cautions. Kern only had one caution, and then we went to Nashville and Hickory, and things just kind of went south. But yeah, these guys have it's just seat time and everybody getting used to driving around each other. And I kind of figured we were gonna hit like a little point to where we all had to learn how to race against each other. But yeah, everybody's kind of finding their groove now and starting to get dicey out there.
Um, and this coming Thursday, you guys are at Lanier. Um, I'll give you the reins on this one. What should we expect for Lanier?
I'm not quite sure. I really do like Linear Speedway, but sometimes if you push too hard and you're not as patient and you don't respect the driver in front of you, it can get a little messy. Because I mean, that's just short track racing. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Linear, so I'm excited to see what they got to bring.
Yeah, because it's a 3/8 mile. The straights aren't very long. Um,
No, not at all.
and I mean it's kind of a somewhat wide track, but I mean the majority of everyone runs the same line up until you're trying to pass somebody. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As long as everyone can keep an eye on that guy that's in front of them and not send them to the stratosphere.
Yeah, just
Killer
knowing
Miller over there.
just knowing the car's limits. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I think next week's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we already touched on Pocono. Lanier, I get, for myself as the broadcaster, Dakota and I get really excited again. There for a little bit we were like, how's Thursday gonna go? But now we're like, ooh, we're we're ready. We're ready to hop on and watch you guys do what you do. And Tuesdays, uh, I honestly just feel like this league has really revitalized my interest in racing, and I've really learned to love it again. And it's nice. We have a really good group of guys both nights, and everyone's very um, open to conversation with each other. You know, I think we've got a pretty decent number of us that if there's something going on, we talk about it. If you got something to gripe about, you bring it up and we talk about it. Uh, I'm I'm happy with where we're at. I'm excited each week, and I just can't wait to see what we can do in the seasons to come. Honestly,
Yeah, and I just gotta add on to like both Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Like our league's still kind of evolving because we started off fresh as a brand new league a few weeks ago. Now the word's getting out there. Like we got some guys in the league that are really promoting our league out there to others. So we're seeing it every week now. New guys coming in, joining. Because you mentioned how Thursday nights, it started off pretty clean first couple weeks, but we're adding more people every week. There's more cars in the field every week. So yeah, there's still that learning of how to drive around everyone. It's only gonna get better. It's more the word gets out there about VAR. More people are gonna want to join and be a part of this. And this is only year one. I'm excited to see where we're at year 3, year 4. It's a lot of good words going out there about us.
yeah, because I mean, who was it? Waylon
Yeah,
that
it was Waylon Nelson.
yeah, Waylon Nelson uh name dropped us on his podcast. That was sick. Um, I loved being able to hear that. Uh, and then we've got guys promoting us on Facebook. Um, I mean, just earlier today, uh, Mr. Biggs uh name dropped us on a post for someone looking for a super late model series. So like we're getting out there, and it's really cool to see that something that we've built is off to such a great start. When you're told time and time again, in the beginning it's gonna suck, it's gonna be rough. I mean, to be fair, our first race we had 34 people in it, so I'm not.
And no fighting. Like
Yeah,
the thing I love the most about this group of guys that we have is the fact that no matter what's going on, people are not really arguing. Like people have said some things to one another, but that's all it's ever led to. We've never had to, put a foot down and yell at people because everybody's acting like adults. They might be angry with each other, but they're being adults about it. And that's what I really like about everybody we got, because there's been some rough ones, and everybody's kept a cool leveled head on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm I mean I can't brag about it enough, honestly. I talk about this at work all the time. Like this is one of those things that I'm extremely proud of. I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of it. And I just can't stop looking forward to what else we can do here.
Yeah, it's I'm in the same boat too. Like I tell people outside of the racing world, some of my friends who are gamers, but they're not necessarily race fans about it, and they're just not so much happy for me, but they're like happy, like oh, that's awesome! You found a community so strong like that. That's you don't find that everywhere, and we definitely got a strong knit here. And like you said, the no fighting. Name dropping Waylon Nelson again. I listening to his podcast. He talks about some of the other leagues and how people get mad just riding side by side with people. But you don't find that here. We're racing each other hard. At the end of the day, that's what we have fun doing. Just every week, just another Tuesday night, Thursday night, just having fun out here, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and even whenever like we're in a race or like after race, like you got those guys that, I mean, they're jokesters. They'll just come across and just kind of spit something off, and we all laugh it off and move on. No one's sitting here taking anything personally. Um, we're all having a good time, and I think we all understand that we're having a good time. Um, so I'm I'm proud of these guys. I'm happy. I mean, hell, we might have I might have talked one of my other buddies to, I mean, he went out and bought a wheel and he's practicing. So like we went from playing Battlefield with him to now he's contemplating joining all of us. So I think it's really cool to see that there's that positive turnaround. I mean, we've got people coming in that a year ago didn't even think anything about iRacing, and now we've got at least two of them off the rip that I know of that went out, got iRacing to be with us, and potentially a third. So I'm
And
I'm happy to
shout
hear
out
that.
those Thursday night guys too. You know, them Thursday night guys that just run the late model. They're seeing how much fun we're having Tuesday nights also, and they're hopping over Tuesday nights now. Like we see Landon Williams and Kaz Bedford finish 1-2 this past week. You know, I know they're joined for the Thursday nights, but guys see what we're doing and they want to be a part of it.
Well, I think that's another thing that I'm really impressed with is just the fact of like we do have these guys coming in from the Thursday night series that are throwing their hat in for Tuesdays, and a lot of places you don't really see that. I mean, you see a lot of guys that join that they just want to run this car, and then that's all they'll run. If you don't run that car, they don't run. Um, and I think it's really cool that we're starting to see the growth of the league as a whole. It's not two different series. Counting the gauntlet, it's not just three different series. Like we're growing together as a whole, and that's something that I think really stands above everything else with what we're doing is that we're all growing, we're all improving, we're all valued. See what I did there?
Okay. Hell yeah.
But I think that's just about it. I mean, we covered everything. Um, we're what would this technically be, a quarter through the season? That was week 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
damn,
y'all are a quarter and we're halfway on
damn.
Thursdays.
Fine.
Are you guys taking a week off and then doing another
Yeah,
season? Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah, we're gonna try to end the same week that Arca does.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, we're quarter through with Arca and then halfway through with you guys. And it's flown by. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. And with us doing a playoff now, it's intriguing because like I mean we are a
Mhm.
quarter of the way through, but here in another 6 weeks we could have completely different landscape to look at. So I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited for these especially the tracks that the supers and the Arca is gonna be there on the same week. That's gonna be real fun.
Yeah, yeah. I'm I mean I've got the list of stuff here. We've got North Wilkesboro coming up, IRP. I don't know. Or do you guys plan to? You guys probably won't run Iowa.
Yeah, we are.
You are okay. So yeah,
Mhm.
I mean there those three right off the top of my head. Rockingham too.
Bristol.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see how this all pans out, and I think having the two leagues run the same track on the same week is really going to be cool too, because that's going to make it seem almost like competition between the two series. I think competition's always good, especially friendly comp.
I really hope that, and I'm gonna really encourage guys to Tuesday night guys come race Thursday nights. Thursday night guys that don't normally race on Tuesday nights come race on Tuesday nights. I mean it's the same track. Why not?
Yeah. Well, and you had Brennan. He made his Thursday night debut, and he's never raced that car a day in his life. So
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where he's about to go. I really do think that there's a lot of development that's about to come from him, and he's about to go a long way. Hopefully, we'll see him in victory lane soon.
yeah, I see him honestly being a pretty big contender, possibly next season. Um, I could definitely see him using this season to grow a little bit of experience and get his tires warm, so to speak, and really take off in the trucks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like the competition on Tuesday nights are it's only gonna get better. You know, it's tough already how it is. But 8 spots for a playoff, it's gonna be a lot of unhappy guys that are really good that aren't gonna be in it, and it just makes it so intriguing and so exciting, and we almost don't want to miss a week of it.
Well, and the Thursday night guys too, man. You guys have so many good drivers, and it's like, I mean, I mean, you could probably fill a whole top 10 of guys who have a very good chance of winning a championship, but I mean, only one of them can. So it's there's a lot of good competition everywhere in this league, and as Dylan said earlier, we're only adding more people to it. We haven't, we're not missing very many. I mean, we don't have very many people leave, so it's I'm really stoked, really looking forward to it, and we can only go up from here, boys. To be honest.
Yeah, I think the number one thing I love the most about us is you never know what's going to happen each week, because every Tuesday has been a different winner, been like a different top 5. I mean, can't say the same for Thursdays. We know who we're fighting on Thursdays, but when it comes to Tuesday, you'd be shocked how different the race is. Even during the race, I mean, everything is changing constantly between, who's within that top 15. So that's what makes it the most fun, I think, is just never knowing what's going to happen each week.
Yeah, but you guys got anything else to add before we end her here?
Just reminder about Gauntlet. You know, we're a couple weeks from that starting. So for those of you who don't know, Gauntlet is only once a month. So I know a lot of people have their plans on Sundays and kind of are iffy on the scheduling for racing Sunday nights, but it's only once a month. We do have the Le Mans opening up the Gauntlet season, but I think we're gonna have a lot of guys want to run the Brickyard next month, our second race, Gen 4 car at the Brickyard. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But it's different races each month, and really excited to kick that off. We'll probably have a practice race next week, so be on the lookout for that.
I'm gonna try to pull up the schedule. All right, there it is. Yeah, here's the schedule for the gauntlet. It's covering up half of us, but it's fine. Um, you got the um supercars at Le Mans. That's gonna be our first one. That'll be a lot of fun. And obviously just a lot of mixed stuff in here from anything that you might see to stuff that you don't typically see anywhere else. So it's a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of good learning experiences for everyone involved. So yeah.
I would say too, like, it's probably not going to be a very serious league. It's more so for like the fun side, you know. Let's hop in this car and see how we do, you know. Like, we're trying to put everyone through the gauntlet of doing everything, kind of, and you know, obviously the races aren't going to be broadcasted, you know. So it's more of so just letting loose, having some fun on some Sunday nights throughout the year. So
yeah, I'm excited for that as well. I've been putting in laps at Le Mans. Not good. So we're that's gonna be a learning curve for sure. But with that being said, I just want to say again, I hope everyone has a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe, and Tuesday we'll be at Pocono, Thursday Lanier, and we'll just we'll hopefully have another great week like we have in the last 6. So
yep.
We will we'll see you then, and have a good one.
Fucking track. Play that fucking track. Oh, there it is. Limp Bizkit. DMX. Red Man. That's right, yo. Man. We just keep on rolling, baby. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Move in, now move out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up. Tell me what you gonna do now. Breathe in, now breathe out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. L-I-M-P, Biscuit is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. See, I ain't giving a fuck. Quit pressing your luck. Untouchable, branded unfuckable. So keep me in this cage until you run that mouth. Then I'ma have to play and break the fuck out. And then we'll see who's left after one round with X. And what am I bringing next? Just know it's red and meth. So where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up and back the fuck up.